Great documentary, and you wrote and directed?
I produced and directed.
You did the whole thing. It's that has got one of the most amazing Kiss sequences I have ever seen. If I may just nerd out for a moment, there is a sequence leading up to their show at a giant stadium.
Yeah.
Which
Tiger Stadium.
Tiger Stadium, which sold out in whatever, like 4 seconds or something.
That's right.
And it was the first show back after the reunion and whatever, and the way it is cut together. And I've done just a couple of small like indie films or whatever myself, and I love something that is well done. There is a sequence where Paul is doing the voiceover, and he's talking about they were ready for us, we wanted them, they wanted us, and it is a slow motion montage cutting back and forth from the crowd in the dark with the light bulbs going off and that low Kiss drone that they play, where it's just like one guy holding down the lowest note on a keyboard for like an hour, like, and then you cut from that back and forth to just from like the knees down.
Well, the limos pull into the backstage area.
Yeah.
And you got a low shot. You see the boots step, Gene's boots step out of the car. And it's just this whole anticipation and the tension.
Oh man, it builds and it seems like it takes about a week for it to unfold, and you're sitting there watching the screen, and I remember watching it, sitting on the couch in Vancouver watching it years after the fact, and still just like feeling myself even now I feel like the tension sort of build, cutting back and forth from the crowd, the drone, the boots, the crowd, the flash, the dark, the bright, the whatever, yeah. and then it's just that final moment when you hear that, "All right, Detroit!"
You do that very well.
Oh my God!
You should come out on the road with us, because we always need somebody to
do
that.
Well, I'm telling you right now, you pick your charity, I'll sign my house over to them. I'm telling you right now, Rick Emerson is on call. I will give you my phone. You call me, Rick. You need to be in Hawaii in 1 hour to do this. Okay. I am there. So anyway, just congratulations again. What are the immediate plans on the Kiss front?
Well, Kissology Volume 3 is coming out in 2 weeks on December 18th, and we're actually auctioning one off on KUFO,
yes.
Which is a great coup for any Kiss fan.
Absolutely.
Today. But in March, in a couple months here, March 08, we are starting our 08 tour down in Australia, and also going to New Zealand. And we are playing down at the Australian Grand Prix race. Actually, we're doing a big concert at the race on March 16th. So,
Australia is kind of a weird Kiss market, though, because they sort of gravitate to things that maybe, apart from whatever, Rock and Roll All Night or Strut or whatever. You go to Australia, and it's like, play Shandy, and it's just.
You're absolutely right. You know why that is because Kiss became like the Beatles in Australia in 1980, and the record that was out at the time was Dynasty,
yeah.
and then Unmasked. So I Was Made for Loving You, Shandy,
play Torpedo Girl, and
Talk to Me. These were all huge songs over there. So you go over there, and they want to hear that stuff,
which is great.
And we've never, people over here are like, what,
Yeah, and it's kind of an we're going to do this top 5 later. There's the top 5 Kiss songs people ought to know. They probably don't, and that there's something from Dynasty on that list that's not "I Was Made for Loving You." It's just and it's kind of an underrepresented period in a lot of ways. I have a friend of mine, my friend Chris Morris, is always just I won't say furious, but he always looks at like the Animalize and the Crazy Night, and to him it's just like a crime that doesn't get played more often and whatever. So it's it is as Paul said, it is a big Kiss world out there.
It is, it's whatever era that when you became of age as a kid, when you were 14, 15, those kind of magical years, whatever time that was for you, that's the music that kind of resonates in your mind and has that real sentimental tug, like that 15, 16-year-old type.
The show is happening this Saturday. Bodies, Black and Blue, a benefit this Saturday. Is there a website for this? Can people
No, not. It's just, we're just putting the word of mouth out, and we're just gracious for you to have us here today to talk about it on the radio. But tomorrow night at Bodies, my old group, Black and Blue, all of us guys, we're getting together for a great show for Kenny Nardone, who's one of our very good friends, to raise money because he's very sick with cancer right now and he needs help. And we're also going to be auctioning one of Paul's signature model guitars, all signed by the members of KISS. We're going to be auctioning that live tomorrow night, and also a guitar signed by the members of Black and Blue. And we've got a lot of raffles, and I've got a lot of KISS, calendars, T-shirts, all kinds of great stuff, DVDs and things raffle prizes, and it's just going to be a fun night, and it's for a great cause. And you know, I know you hear that all the time, but this is really something that is near and dear to our hearts, and we hope that everybody comes down there and has a good time. And you won't get a chance to see Black and Blue play too often either, so this is a rare moment.
Excellent, fantastic. I got to ask you the big, final, obvious question. What is your favorite song to play when you're on stage with those guys?
You know, I've always liked 100,000 Years.
Yeah.
We just played "Come On and Love Me" over there. You know, I really like "God Gave Rock and Roll to You."
It's a beautiful song.
You know,
that is.
You know, but I love them all, and it's just, you know, it's a joy, and you know, just what a great fortune for me to be playing in KISS.
All right, Tommy Thayer, thank you so much. The show is tomorrow night. Bodies, a benefit. Black and Blue will be playing there. Lots of other stuff happening as well. Tommy Thayer, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me, and we'll see everybody tomorrow night down at Bodies.
Absolutely. Let's take a break here, and we'll come back after this. The Rick Emerson Show continues. Top 5 coming up here in just a skosh. Scott Dowley from Film Fever Radio, and more. You stay there. It's the Rick Emerson Radio program.
Cool.